Like, this almost has Animal Crossing vibes to it, and I don't hate that about it. Is that a person over? No, that's the generator. So we have a little. I think we have a little time. I'm gonna go be nosy. The game also does a good job in telling you when you need to focus on the objective versus just messing around. Yeah, I think Ingrid's down there waiting for us. So. Jump everywhere. Hop, 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 hop. That's what I'm talking about. Didn't even have to start honking. Oh, because we're on time. You have to know, I just hate being loud. Hop on that boat. We've a missing person to rescue. So we have traveled to the abandoned military base. We really are on a series of islands, and like you can't even see the islands from other islands. Yeah, this seems fine. The music definitely is friendly. I am so hyped. Obviously, I'm happy to find Max because it'll make your life just so much easier. But, I mean, a military island with a military base? Which means potential military secrets. I used to love staying up late and watching those alien documentaries on the Discovery Channel. Jackal always says it's just the tip of the iceberg, but if that's just the tip, I don't want to see the whole tool. Okay. My top 3 fears to this day. 1, being abandoned. 2, aliens. 3, chupacabra. We gotta keep close, Philip. Wouldn't want you to get eaten. Or worse. First one to max wins. Okay, we have talked to Ingrid, and Ingrid is out of here. I can't believe they just let people roll up in here. Like... Okay, so I guess we can't just roll up in here then. Well, let's try a different way. Wow, that's not very secure. Hey, Tanya, welcome on in. Happy birthday. On a scale from 1 to 10, how dangerous would it be to climb this tower? Okay, that is our inside voice that I now suspect may be more than just an inside voice. It depends. On a scale from 0 to 2, how many wings do you have? On the lower end. Then unless you can turn into a stork, or at least a seagull, I'd say it's a 10. Okay, no climbing up the tower. Fine. I should also be careful because Liv thought that the military base might also be developing bioweapons. Buggold got an emphysema that didn't act like normal emphysema. Oh, did we just like get in? We just got in. Okay, cool. Let's hop up here. Are these harvestable mushrooms? They are not. Okay. You got the dish. A satellite dish this size must be looking for something bigger than just radio broadcasts. It buzzes quietly, like a mosquito that made its way into a summer bedroom. You put your ear to the machine. It's picking up something. Periods of much-needed rain are expected overnight. Sailors should watch out for storms, especially in the Holm archipelago. No aliens and a storm. Could it get any worse? Okay, so at some point we can... Okay, there we go. But we can harvest stuff? Wow, you were tough to harvest. Dang. I'm not sure we should be harvesting things here, but obviously I am anyway. Okay. I mean, this is like every kid's dream to explore an abandoned military base. These tents weren't meant as permanent quarters. It's only a bed and a bit of roof under one's head. Some team-building slumber party must have been interrupted, no doubt about it. Maybe they were looking at the highest waterfall in the world. Hold on. Oh, right, you're the big one. I do notice there's a lack of bugs flying around. Should I be concerned about that? Or by how many minor chords there suddenly are in this music? This reminds me of a joke my dad used to tell me. Two soldiers sit in a tent, a frog and a toad. The toad's an older, scruffy-looking guy. The frog's just been recruited. The toad looks at the folding shovel and says, "Have you been to the scrubbing yet?" The frog gets up, salutes and says something, but The frog gets up, salutes and says something, but Dad said he'd tell me the punchline when I got older. I don't think I know that joke. There was once a frog from Kent that spent his life in a tent. He'd use women's stockings to gather his droppings. The shelter produced quite a scent. Okay, what does our journal say to do? Investigate the island. Okay. I think I already checked this one. Yeah, I did. Okay. Ooh, I see a cable. Oh, I see something I should not touch. Okay, hold on. Oh, which one of these do I want to give up? I don't. Okay, I'm guessing if I throw that switch, it will bring these down to the point where I can jump on them. The last time we threw a switch, we kinda got a little bit brain scrambled. Ah, okay. Slight puzzle time. Slight puzzle time. I will get this. Okay, I lied. Why am I unable to do this? Hold on. Am I missing something? Nope, I am not. I just need to get the timing right. No, my God. Hey, Chigabi, welcome on in. The thing is, I have to get the fishing point because we get a sticker. Okay, the question is, can I get back up here? I can, okay. Yay, I did it. That's one huge nest up there. Who do you think it belongs to? Eagles? Albatrosses? It must be storks. Man, I'm not 5 anymore. I don't believe in storks. Philip, storks are real. It probably makes no difference to them. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not listening. You're scaring me again. Hold on, is that nest huge? Oh, that nest is big. Okay, I love that Ingrid has taken the time to tag while she's here. Let me look around a little bit more, though. I think this mushroom's still too large, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I don't have space. I'd love to, well, I'd love to fill my bag. But I think it's more important to discover new mushrooms. And I've already discovered, I think I've already discovered things here. So, okay, we're good. All right, Ingrid, what's going on here? I'd say it's a draw. He's not here at all. You're so slow, I managed to have a quick look round. What'd you find? Stuff. You have to help me make sense of it. What about you? Nothing that could lead us to Max. Well, I have a receipt for toilet paper, dated 14 months ago, so just before they left the base. Do you see how many they ordered? 3,000 rolls. They left 14 months ago, and just before they left, they ordered 3,000 rolls of toilet paper. What does that tell us? Jory, I was thinking the same thing. Like, is it the beginning of COVID? Like, were they stockpiling? What is happening? Okay. That those people were filthy scrunchers. Maybe they were just scrunchers? It's far superior to folding. Oh no, we are not getting into toilet paper discourse right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm gonna just, my man. That's what I've been telling everyone. No, scrunching, no, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Scrunching the toilet paper provides more structural support. It also increases the surface area, creating a ton of creases. This makes no, I don't, oh God, this makes wiping so much more efficient. Oh. You're telling me if you got peanut butter on your arm, you'd fold and just wipe and wipe and wipe until you got the job done? No, I'd try to get hold of it. Exactly. When you spill some jam, do you just start polishing the table clean? Of course not. It would get sticky all over. Yes, it would. Yes, it would, brother. Are you proselytizing scrunching versus folding right now? You know, intuitively, that's the right thing to do. Don't even get me started on the accidental mole in the hole ever so often. But even if each and every one of them were scrunchers, Philip, which I doubt, it just doesn't add up. Hey, KMC, welcome on in. How many rolls of toilet paper does one person use in a month, man? Think. One? You've never done your own groceries, have you? It's like 6 rolls a month, but let's say 10. Those people were soldiers. So, with 3,000 rolls and 10 rolls of butt per month, we've got... She closes her eyes. You hear the gears turning. Wait. 3,000... 10. How many more zeros is that? That's 2 more zeros. So 300? Shut up. She whispers numbers to herself. 300 people. Doesn't this place seem a bit small for 300 people? No way. It would hold 25, maybe 26. See, that was my estimate as well. That's a lot of toilet paper. Do you see where I'm going with it? No, I actually do not. They all got diarrhea? Yeah, or runny noses or something. That's why they abandoned this place. Oh, maybe because we suspect that the military was working on bioweapons. Maybe they got something that caused them to need a whole lot more. See, I thought, yeah, maybe they just wanted to, maybe they wanted to TP the military base on the island next one over, you know? That's why they abandoned this place. They were probably mutating some super virus and someone caught it. Buggold must have found some mutated plant or something that just slipped by them when they were cleaning up this place. I told you they were hiding some classified shit up in here. Not the best phrase to use after our discussion, Ingrid, but sure. You should consider a career as... No, it still could be 100 heavy scrunchers. Hey, Q Stark, welcome on in. Or Quest Stark. Quest Stark? Have it your way. Just don't close your mind to that possibility. Different perspectives make a detective duo work, you know? Oh, that's right, we're a detective duo. Mulder and Scully, Holmes and Watson, Mario and Luigi, and apparently Star Fox. Many such examples. What convinces me even more is Exhibit 2. She pulls out a heavily used toilet brush. I did not know there would be this much toilet humor on today's episode. Heavily used toilet brush. I hope you wore gloves. Now, either there were heavy budget cuts or it happened so fast they didn't even get a chance to order a new one. And Exhibit 3, which I'm having trouble connecting to the epidemic theory. She pulls out a board covered in colorful buttons and knobs. Some sound setup is my guess. They most likely hired a DJ for Christmas parties and the like. Hey JD, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe even had one on site, considering the ominous and confidential nature of this place. Okay, I want to be the officially classified military-based DJ. I want to be the officially classified military-based DJ. That would be awesome. Try to turn it on. She slides her hands over the keys. You hear a microphone feedback sound coming from every direction. Whoa, did you hear that? The mic's recording its own output. Oh, that's not good. It's a karaoke machine. Oh, that's good. We just got to find the microphone and we can have ourselves a singing battle. You look at the heavily used toilet brush once more. Do we have to? The profiled grip invites the user to use the tool with the most comfortable hand position. You want to hold it. Yeah, we're going to take the brush. It feels just as good as you'd imagined. Well, that's not bringing us any closer to solving the karaoke mystery, is it? But if you're out of ideas, I guess we could use it for now. You know, just for the feel of it, singing into something is always better than just singing into thin air. She grabs hold of the brush. Whoa, that sure is a nice grip. No wonder it's only used on one side. Because the other side is the... Oh, Ingrid. Hey, Prax, good morning. I am being personally and scatologically attacked by this game. You'd have to be ridiculous to want to use it any other way. You want to go first or should I? Are we singing into the toilet brush? You go ahead. My singing's a bit rusty. Okay, Jose. She taps on the bristles. Don't tap on the bristles. It's heavily used. Is this thing on? All buttons on the soundboard shine in sync with an announcement by a robotic voice. Invalid password. Please try again. There are 2 attempts remaining. Ingrid places the toilet brush on the ground without making a sound. I told you it was not a DJ setup. We gotta be quiet. What? I said we gotta be quiet. We don't want to trigger it again. How do we find out the password? We could ask your mom, but I don't think she's going to tell us. We should have a look around. No, I don't think there's... I see you, game. Hey, Amalia.
Content.
I don't think there's enough content on this island for them to have us look for something again. Haha, video games. Listen, it's got to be something simple. It's the military. They're simple people. Oh, we have some interesting options here. Your mom worked here for many years. When were you born? Or seize the toilet brush. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do the mystery thing. Let's see if we can like track it down this way. I mean, it could just be 1, 2, 3, 4 because, you know, that's the code on my luggage. Oh, hold on. Oh, I think that goofed up a little bit. You grab the brush, Mike. Okay, a little bit of a glitch there. 671983. Invalid password. Please try again. There are 1 attempts remaining. So the toilet brush actually is the microphone. That at least is thankfully. But it's also an invalid password. Bro! Now listen, I'm gonna have to smoke a cigarette to collect my thoughts. You do the same. Do some soul searching. As soon as I finish my 3rd one, we're gonna share the results and come up with an answer. Don't try anything else by yourself, good? Maybe we should look for clues. Hush, into your mind palace. She lights up a cigarette. Now it's just the 2 of us, Philip. I've been given permission to bring about your rebirth. What? I'll take you to the nest. What? And you'll learn to fly. What? Storks always come back to the same nest year after year. We use the what? We use the warm currents forming over the land. Now, hey Bude, welcome on in. When we got shocked earlier on, when we tried to turn on the lighthouse and got shocked, one of the voices in our head did say storks. Did say stork. So I'm curious. Okay, yeah, we use the warm currents forming over the land. Millennium after millennium, cruising through galaxies. You are one of our fledglings. Speak your new name and enter. Fledgling? What just happened? What? What? So again, our inner voice talked to us, took us through a little thing. Had we known the password all along, or did it know the what? Anyway, correct password. Remember to follow the protocol. Have a nice day. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? How'd you figure that one out? I just had to go up to that nest. Intuition. Hot damn, baby. Are you a witch too? What do you mean, too? As if you don't know. You know, Buggled was a great listener. People loved telling him everything. But the thing about him is, I'll be damned if he didn't always know a little bit too much. Tiny details that you just couldn't ever remember ever telling him. Or even some that you only remembered because he mentioned them. If anything, I remember less than someone's told me. It was the first time for everything. Okay, now's not the best time to dwell on it. Let's check out the offspring of Margaret and Nyman is not welcome. One of us should keep watch. Whatever you say, man, you're the boss. I'm spooked out. Like, spooked out for real, Philip. If you're not back in 30 minutes, I'm gonna fetch Mom and get you out of there, alright? Just be careful. Okay, a whole lot has happened. A whole lot. But also, can I get up to this? Can I actually get up here? No. Okay. Okay. So... yeah, hold on. I need the creepy music to stop for a second. Okay. This game is doing the most, and I say that complimentary. It's really, really, really moving along the weird conspiracy, the reveal about our lineage, the fact that maybe the voice in our head isn't just like, oh, do you talk to yourself? Maybe it's something else. And the fact that it's all now connected to a weird abandoned military base. And the fact that the voice in our head insisted that Ingrid couldn't come. Because her mom had also been stationed at this military base before. This is interesting. Back for more weirdness as we enter the military base. And I'm not sure what's about to happen. Oh, that's... okay. I'm gonna boop. Boop the music down just a little bit. It is nice and Halloween-y and creepy, but also a little loud. An exciting if dangerous thesis. Applying high voltage to the brain of a test subject in the increased activity sector. Central and southern isles of the Frog Holm archipelago. Seems to tune in the subject to the group's influence. I don't know what to make out of that. I think I do. The group's influence? Are we actually, like, tuned into the brainwave of a bunch of cosmic storks? Is that what's actually happening? I do find interesting, though, that the game does have a log of what you're saying on screen. It does not have a combat log, a text log for you to see previous things. So that's interesting. It's a file. On the top, you see an emblem, a scale in balance on top of a shield. Under it, it says, Lost Files Unit. Codename Stork. Overseer, Field Assistant Director Margareta Nyman. Open the file! It's empty. Dang it! Okay, so this I can reread. But this... you were meant to see one time and one time only. Okay. Okay, it looks like you can jump on these, but you actually can't. Oh, wait. Oh, we can jump out of them. Hold on. I gotta play Steven for just a second and try and get out of the map. Okay. I am distressed by the arrangement of these filing cabinets. Of special interest to the Bureau. After an extensive investigation into Cocktail Man's family history, we can almost surely say that he is a descendant of Case Zero. Although stories of Case Zero are known to the subject, He doesn't show particular interest in them, nor does he seem to draw the connection. I've already read that. Well, what if I forget stuff? Okay, so once again, I'm sorry, I have Joy-Con joystick drift, so sorry about that. They are now like inferring that Case Zero was our great-great-grandfather, the lighthouse keeper. Aunt Greta told us, Margareta Nyman, in charge of all of this, told us that the lighthouse keeper was from another place. She said foreign. And that his native language was a language that wasn't spoken here, and that one day a shipment of books arrived, coincidentally, in his native language. And he got so wrapped up in reading those books that he forgot to do his job properly as a lighthouse keeper, and ended up, through a series of things, electrocuting himself and a whole bunch of people. But he survived. And then couldn't go back home, so he stayed here. We are direct descendant of that person. And what Margaret notably said about him is that it was said that he heard voices. And this is all implying that there's a little bit something else going on, like including the fact that in his story, he also had a large amount of electricity applied to him. And when we got a big shock from the lighthouse, one of the voices that we heard called itself Stork. So I am a little concerned, but we got to keep exploring. Oh, that music changed real fast. Toilet paper. Growth. Big, satisfying green computer banks. 246. Is that the only visible number in here? No, 2410. $117. Okay, let's continue with the weirdness. Dr. Carla has refused to accept compensation for reevaluating the research findings, and remains determined to speak out publicly about the microorganism released through the... Warfare and National Security. A decision has been made to open a new base, codename Sesame. So they're going to open Sesame within the increased activity sector on... Is this base Sesame? The fact of the matter is, an ancient microorganism has been released into the water. Hey, Eddie, welcome on in. An ancient microorganism has been released into the water. See, this is why when you find old sarcophaguses, frozen things, a well-preserved stuff, that we tell you to leave it alone. Leave it alone. As a result of the drilling operation of Holm Drilling and Excavation Group, the Lost Files unit is to be temporarily displaced, and the base is to be used by a CBRN unit until the microorganism is contained and studied. Wait, did I... Hold on, did I... Codename Sesame. What's next? Agent Pepsi Zero? I'm glad somebody remembers Pepsi Zero. Why, with utmost regret, I submit my resignation from the position of Field Assistant Director. I hope this decision is met with compassion and understanding. Signed, Field Assistant Director, Margareta Nyman. So whatever was happening here, Aunt Greta was like, I'm out. I resign. This is not for me. Hey, Slivers, welcome on in. Ooh, fresh baguettes. Nice. We've got to make the shareholders happy. We got like a healthy stork market. Storks. Shock seems to have activated a pathway to the shared consciousness of the group. An executive decision has been made by Field Assistant Director Margareta Nyman to continue the experiments on herself. Oh. Is that why she talks like she does now? Hey, Kryzikon. Is that why she talks like she does now? Like she no longer... So far, the results greatly exceed our... Someone spilled coffee on the rest of the file. Yeah, spilled. Okay, have I checked everything in here? Yeah, what's with the abbreviations? Okay, just to be sure, because I sometimes be missing stuff. Okay. Oh, this is fine. Public is beginning to take notice of the issue. The Aquatic Research Association, the ARA, has launched a program to determine the source of the disease, which is accompanied by an increasing spread of poisonous algae in the surrounding area. Congratulations, Kryzikon. Juniper OS. That's good? Is that good? Juniper, is that good? Something good? I don't know. But I was like, I will give you congratulations on that. Absolutely. It means you make more money now. Excellent. My submission for an application of marriage shall be in the post directly. And yes, happy Sylvestival, happy Easter, happy Sunday, happy birthday for those of you who have a birthday today. I almost made some Mercy Road references yesterday regarding like Marcia Bay and the Sylvestival, but it didn't quite fit into the narrative. So yeah, congrats. Because passing an exam is always good. So yay. All right. The operations of the Lost Files unit on codename Stork are put on hiatus. According to the in-depth analysis of ex-Field Assistant Director Margareta Nyman, the research has reached an impasse, and further investigation regarding the group would be a waste of the Army's resources. The remaining 247,005,721 spuggles. Oh, hey, there's stuff in the air here. This is why you should wear a mask. Still. This is why you should wear a properly fitting mask. Okay, so once again, to continue doing my own theorizing. They knew that whatever happened, let me see, can I get myself an, look at me, I'm all shocky. They knew that whatever happened was triggered by applying an electric shock. They clearly were trying to replicate that themselves down here, as opposed to case 0 where they knew it happened by accident. And Margaret, Aunt Greta, said that she would continue the experiments on herself. But whatever went down, they abandoned this base. Question. Will we be able to resume our research if Cocktail Man dies? If he really did get his hands on that redacted from the drill incident, as Nyman said, he's a dead man walking. So there's a lot. I will give this game props because while I would like it if there was a journal that like tracked important information, they have done a lot to make sure that they've woven in the story into this. So we're going to assume Cocktail Man is Buggled. Liv said that Buggled got sick, like a different kind, like he maybe got an ingredient and he got sick. It was like emphysema, but worse. And it feels like whatever they were doing here, Buggled got ill and they knew that. And they were like, well, if he's ill, what do we do? Okay. Dr. Patterson, They haven't added anything since the last time it was in my hand. Philip, you don't have to be sassy with me. Okay? Holm Drilling and Excavation Group will deposit 250 million spuggles to a foreign account. This money is to be used to continue the research on codename Stork. In exchange, ex-field assistant director Margareta Nyman, working undercover as a member... Undercover? Holy what? I'm not doing a spit take. I'm just gonna have a little coffee, because what? Working undercover as a member of the Frogholm police force. Will help with the legal matters, community consent, environmental issues, etc. In order to advance the start of FHD AEG operation. Okay, that doesn't even spell anything in the Frogholm area. FHD AEG, that's a mouthful. Yeah. Okay, we've seen that. We've seen that. I like how all the screens are just like, this is very Tim Burton Beetlejuice. They're just everywhere. We're not going to get in that, are we? Fudge. Oh, I knew it. I knew our internal monologue was something weird. I knew it. Thank you for bringing him to me, internal monologue. Sure thing. Your name's internal monologue? Yeah, no. So we just got 2 achievements. 1 is for meeting the stork, and 2 is for meeting our internal monologue. It's more of a title or a job description. Like assistant regional manager. What is your name then? Not pronounceable in your language, I'm afraid. But we managed without it so far, didn't we? So our internal monologue has actually been an entity. My supervisor will answer your questions in a minute. Heads up, I'm turning on the machine. What? 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 Even though she had no innate abilities, we had great expectations of Margareta Nyman. She was on the brink of making full contact. But she betrayed our principles. And yet, even though we can't continue our work with her, her research has resulted in the creation of this machine. Who are you guys? In a minute. No other choice. Farewell, tadpole. Welcome, egg. Isn't it? Cocktail Man is out of reach, but we welcome you on this beautiful Tuesday. Weather forecast. Plenty of rats, but Alkvist wakes up as a seagull. Stretch out your wings, baby. 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this thing on? The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Losing signal. Huh? Sorry. Eh? Huh? Can I go now? Huh. No one to tell me. There's only silence. So we lost our internal monologue, and now we have Stork, who's not quite with it. Yeah, I've been working on my hesitation noise. I probably, like, I have a lot of work to do on it, but I've been working on it. Yeah, sorry, our actual thing says, door's blocked, take the ladder. Moon's haunted. That's why we're not going on it, we're just going around it. Just to confirm the moon's haunted. And now it's raining. Lots of birds. This feels more ominous somehow. This feels more ominous somehow. There's a plane. I like when the moon's an eyeball. Like when we've only seen one side of the moon and it turns around and it's an eyeball. I like that. Did someone travel here by plane and then never got to leave? Or is it just handy to have a plane around when dealing with storks? But what good is a plane against a stork? Okay, I have a question now. What? I mean, we know what a stork is. But what does a frog, like, what does a frog think of a, because, like, it feels like storks are now a thing. A satellite dish this size must be looking for something bigger than just radio broadcasts. It buzzes quietly. Okay, I do like this. It buzzes quietly like a mosquito that made its way into a summer bedroom. This is different than what we heard on the other one. Periods of much needed pain are expected overnight. Sailors should watch out for storks, especially in the Frogholm archipelago. Yeah, that didn't say that before. It said rain and storms. Okay. Storks eat frogs. Okay, that I did not know that. And that information is very helpful to help figure out why Philip was like, storks aren't real. I also appreciate that the game said, we're not going to give you any puzzles for a little while. We just have a whole lot of exposition to dump on you. So, no puzzles for a minute. But any secrets? Okay, there's our boat. So we got to get back there somehow. We could have given a yell to Ingrid to say that we were okay. What in the night in the woods is this? I feel like there was a slight tone shift in the game. Just a little one. Just a small one. Just a hint. Oh, wait. That looks like Margaret. Also, what is going on behind her? Yeah, you know, she seems fine. We should probably just go. She seems fine. We should, you know, she's fine. We should go. We should, leave. Did you make contact? What the hell happened to me down there? You have tuned in to the storks. For a while, at least. I assume you've seen the files. And I assume you are still confused about what you saw. I was part of the Lost Files during my time in the military, a branch investigating paranormal activity. The special interest of my branch were the storks. We know the storks from the old legends. Wise, ancient creatures with an appetite for gold. That last part turned out to be a hoax, according to our research. Growing up on Holm, I was fortunate to have Buggold as our local barkeeper. As a young frog, I could not see any meaningful direction I could take my life in. A common occurrence in this place. I spent way too much time in our dear Buggold's pub. We would sink into conversations about everything for hours at a time. One time, he told me about the voices in his head. This would later become the foundation of my pursuits. I found out that they were in fact the storks when... Redacted. They are beginning to breach the barrier. We do not have much time left, but do not be scared. They are only secretive, not malicious. I found the right connections, and it was thanks to my initiative that this base, Sesame, was founded. The lighthouse on your island was never properly repaired after the Alkvist incident. And you have noticed it can give you quite a shock. Those accidents made the voices clearer for Buggold. I deduced electricity was the key. It was. I only allowed experimentation on myself. To this day, I do not know the long-term effects of using the machine. What I do know is what happens when it is used too often. I knew I was reaching my limits, but the higher-ranking bigwigs saw great promise in the results of my research. I feel ashamed for it, but it was mostly pride driving me back then. Instead of thinking of my sweet daughter, The last experiment rendered me unable to speak, eat. I required full-time medical assistance. And I disappeared from my daughter's life for some time. Once again, I could not be more thankful for Buggold. I arranged for him to visit me in the hospital as soon as I regained the ability to communicate. I asked him to bring Ingrid under his roof. But I did not get rid of my pride. At the end of my recovery, one of my superiors paid me a visit. I was presented with simple facts. The project will no longer be government funded. It feels so silly talking about it now. Once you go back far enough in time, the first domino to fall will always turn out to be something so trivial. They offered me a regular, better-paying position back in the army. But I wasn't ready to give up my life's work. I looked for investors, and I found one in the Holm Drilling and Excavation Group, FHD-AEG. Got it. They needed help with the pushing of some of their non-compliant but potentially very profitable projects. And there is no easier position to influence the influential and bribe those who want to be bribed than in the police force. Even Margareta knows, a cab, but I can use this. The storks rightfully refused to contact me after that. As I mentioned, they are very wise creatures. Whip up the egg whites, yolks separately, and fold them back together with the mascarpone to make the dreamiest, creamiest. I see her struggle to continue. As I was saying, okay, so she is holding it down, but slowly losing it. As I was saying, the oil rig. They gave us the money, but I was not able to continue the research. The storks gave us the silent treatment. And that rig that I helped bring into existence, oh, so it's the oil rig out there. Oh. Oh. Okay. It drilled through an underground air pocket and released a prehistoric sickness into the water. The army made a great effort to contain it, and they succeeded. There were only some samples left on this island. They wanted to study them further. My best assumption is that the team that cleared the base did a subpar job containing some of the samples. Stop trying to whitewash yourself, Nyman. You killed Cocktail Man. Enough of this. They will not allow this conversation to continue, Philip. Electricity is the key. Try not to forget. Hey, thanks for joining me and thanks for watching. If you want to see more of what's coming up, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to check out more videos, there will be gaming videos coming, well, honestly, as soon as I stream them and get them online. So it's been great. Thanks for spending time with me. Hope to see you again soon. And yeah, take care.